In Mind Skills, we also have a practice where its name is Finding Support, where we play a game called My Supporters.
Menstrual hygiene is a basic human right.
There's no story without numbers.
Youth economic empowerment is one of the foundations of sustainable change.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
One-to-one cafe.
Hi everyone, welcome back to One Cafe. My name is Antoinette Akinyi. Today I am here with two amazing coaches from our Mind Skills mental health program or intervention, and they shall introduce themselves. Let me hand it over to the lady in the afro.
Hi guys, my name is Natalie Otieno and I'm a mental health coach. Yeah.
Over to me. Jenny Wadau. My name is Griffins Wanyama. I'm a Mind Skills coach. I'm a tech enthusiast. Now I am many more things. So, yeah.
Sawa, tech enthusiast. Tutatuambia vile incorporate tech into Mind Skills because, everyone is in tech currently. Thank you so much for making time to come and have this conversation today. And we have already had a few sessions about Mind Skills. If you haven't seen them, please go back to our page and check them out. Mind Skills is a mental health intervention for adolescents and young people in Kenya. So in Mind Skills, Natalie and Griffins, there is that thing that tunafanya, it's teamwork, where we rely heavily on the power of teamwork to be able to work with kids and adolescents. So could you share how you guys managed to achieve that?
Well, having understood that in life you cannot do life alone. So mainly we encourage young people, adolescents and young people to embrace teamwork. And through our intervention, through the Mind Skills, like whenever we have the community interventions, whether we are implementing either in schools or in the community, we emphasize so much on teamwork because we feel that if this is an aspect that young people could develop at an early age, then it would be so much beneficial for them as they grow up. Yeah.
Griffins?
In my view, teamwork I perceive it as basically Mind Skills we do as a pair, a female coach and a male coach, and that's one aspect of teamwork. Another aspect of teamwork is trying to make the participant know that when they are together, they are more stronger. And in Mind Skills, we also have a practice where its name is Finding Support, where we play a game called My Supporters. And every other participant who has gone through Mind Skills knows the game very well. So basically, it's just around finding support with your partners and with your friends. Yeah.
And how has that experience been? Like, what have you seen as the outcome of having these kids working in that context of teamwork? Because when they come from home or in school, they are individuals who come from different homes, different settings. But when you put them together in this session, what have you seen?
Okay, well, I can say kids are always kids, especially when you're dealing with because Mind Skills we deal with 10 to 14 and 15 to 19. So when dealing with kids, they're just kids. They are playful, so you just have to manage them. And mostly in cases where teamwork, I will say it has worked, is when there are those few cases where you can find there's an introverted child. So as the sessions goes by, you will find that introverted child, because of the teamwork, because of doing things together, you find that anaanza kuchangamka na watu na unajua kuchangamka ni kitu poa. So maybe that ndio anaweza sema.
Natalie?
One of the outcomes of teamwork that I've noticed while implementing mind skills among the adolescents and young people is that there is this aspect of them identifying their strengths and the good things that they are good at. There's hii hapa unapatanga, let's say there's this particular adolescent who is so good at drawing. And then there is this one who maybe attempts or maybe ana hiyo confidence ya kuifanya, but through teamwork, you know, they can teach each other. Anaweza kuja ambia beshte yake, you know, hata mimi I like drawing, but I don't really know how to begin and stuff. Unaonanga, it's the same thing as dancing, modeling, whichever talent that these adolescents have. And it's also, I've noticed that these young people have actually identified their talents and the good thing and the things that they are good at, yeah, through teamwork.
So it helps them identify and nurture their talents, and it also helps them with expression of, you know, themselves, basically, their thoughts and their feelings and everything. And there's this space or spaces where the sessions occur, and I can imagine you're not the owners of this space, and that's also another thing or another part of collaboration that I want us to look at. So how do you guys get access, you know, to the spaces, to the kids? What's the role of everyone? What is the role of the coaches, the parents, you know, because they're the ones with the kids, the community people, the CBOs and everyone? And how have they been impactful or influential in supporting the program and in supporting you guys to get these spaces where you are able to access the kids in a safe environment?
Well, I'd say that they're like vile sahi, vile like the world is cooked. Vile vile the world is cooked, unaona tuko, we are living in an era whereby even the parents, even the people in the community have heard of, if not like experienced firsthand, like adolescents and young people who are committing suicide. Unaonanga? Because si wakati tulikuwa tuna grow up, wazazi wetu walikuwa najua like we ni mtoi, huwezi kuwa na stress, ni nini na kusumbua, unaona?
Yeah.
So vitu kama suicide, like mtoi kukua depressed, kukua na trauma, were not so common back then. But right now, they are common things that even the people in the community, they know about it. So whenever we go to the community and then like, you know, you have to tell somebody like, can you mewaleta hapo, you see, we find that they embrace these programs so much because they know it's so much beneficial for these adolescents. And also mainly because mimi we've actually been implementing mainly in children's home. Wanasema kila mtoi in every children's home unapata 99% of the kids there were not born there. Unaona? So hapo si kwao. Una get? Meaning like they have stories behind their stay there. And some are so traumatizing, of which I feel Mind Skills is doing, like, through Mind Skills we are touching lives out there and we are really helping a great magnitude of adolescents. Yeah.
That's amazing to hear, and to hear that one of the spaces that you work with is the children's homes and the impact that you have seen when you're working with them. And you, Griffins, about the same question.
What I will say is, first of all, we implement in schools and in community. And entry ya schools inakuanga rahisi kind of because of the management of the school, principal nini. So you get the entry points, the collaborations, ni vitu zinatusaidia. So inafanya kuimplement inakuwa much easier. Challenge maybe some small challenges ukuja in terms of the community. Because community, kuwapata kwanza before wapate, it's somehow a struggle because you have to contact maybe a CHV and our coordinate ndio wakuje. So unapata it's somehow challenging kwa community, but in the spaces zenye Natalie anasema children's home, they are very welcoming in terms of like wanai accept. Najua kitambo when you mention mental health ungekuwa ignored, but due to the awareness imekuwa created the recent years, it's something inakuwa embraced so calmly and inatufanya kazi inakuwa rahisi. So unapata like then pia mental health ni kitu, I don't know how to say it, like sahi ni kitu crucial sana cause kuna mambo mingi inaendelea, kuna pressures mob, watu hii mnapata squeezy kids manze, mtu ako high school anaanza kunywa pombe, so like kuna pressures mob, so kuimplement mind skills imetuokolea sana as me and the participants, cause pia mimi imeniokolea sana kujijua, juu kitambo sikuwa najijua unaona.
Sahii umejua nini?
Kitambo sikuwa najijua, like mi naweza sema niliingia space ya mental health nikaingia kwa a journey of self awareness. So unapata juu kujijua ni kitu muhimu, unajua ukishajijua hakuna vile Natalie anaweza niambia tuende hivi na niende tu. Kama ni kitu sidai staki, naona, na hiyo inakuja na kujijua. So mi naweza sema it's something ime impact in the community really so well, and also personally many impact sana, yeah, in a good way.
Hey, that is amazing to hear that lessons zimetoka hata from intended, watu wenye walikuwa nakuwa intended kupata the program and the benefits to yourself as a coach. And of course, kama unajijua inamaanisha you can have a positive impact to the participants.
Yes.
And because we're talking about mental health as a collective effort, you know, it's a team effort. Like lazima kukuwe na hii team ya program, kukuwe na coaches, kukuwe na hao wasi wa community wenye wanatusaidia kutupatia spaces and the kids. So watu wakiwork together, we know that ina reducingi even loneliness. Juu normally kama uko home maybe ni mtu mwenye hakwangi involved in activities, but when they come to the space, kama tunaeka watu in groups, lazima atakuwa part of a group. So kuna kwanga na hiyo a sense of belonging, you know, pia kupunguza vitu kama stigma and such. So nilikuwa nataka kuuliza kama any of you has like a story or something that unaweza to show that can, you know, reflect impact of how teamwork ili support one of your participants or something during the sessions.
Well, I think, okay, there's this one. I experienced it firsthand time tulianza implement in a school. Immediately we actually began mind skills. So the first cohort unaonanga unapatana na like a vast category of adolescents, unaona, cause unajua kila msee ako different in their own way, you see. So time tulianza, we started implementing in the community and also school. So community place tulienda at a particular children's home, and then unakuja unapata there's this one particular adolescent mwenye alikuwa natenganishwanga na wenzake, unaona, walikuwa nasema huyu, walikuwa namwitanga special, huyu ni special. So you know, I'm wondering like you're special ni nini, and then when they are saying it, it's not like, from what I could get, it was not like they are saying it in a way that it's complimenting or something good. They are saying it as if to insult this particular child and stuff, you see. So unakuja unapata, so like when I decided to dig deeper, unaona unakana mtoi, unamuliza saa zingine maswali nini, halafu unajua ana zone out, yeah, yuko like he's not there, halafu anakuja anakuuliza utaninunulia mandazi, unajua mko mnaongelelea mandazi. So like digging deeper, you come and find that this child, vile niliwashow kwa children's home, like every child has a story there. Una get how they ended up there. So this child, apparently there's something that happened to him hadi akakam until mi sikuwa ijua mtoi wa 13 years old anaweza kuwa na trauma na anaweza kani kama ako 9 years old. Una get like he's not okay mentally, so most definitely physically hata sasa hata kuwa na katu like hakuwa na kafiti for lack of a better word, like
Yeah.
mnaelewa. So digging deeper, I come and find that the person who was actually taking care of these kids also somehow hakuwa naelewa like actually the impact of this. Juu alikuwa naona ni kama like si kila mtoi hapa akona story yake na wengine wana adapt tu vizuri. But this one like the level of trauma, what tunasema, we process things differently. Unaget? So huyu mzazi, it's like, so ilibidi tumeka naye chini tukamwambia like whatever is going on, this boy is not really okay. Cause time tunaongea naye anasema, anakuja, mimi hata sijui kwa nini watu wananiita special. Jina yangu si special. Hii ni jina yangu. But it became like, ilikuwa jina yenye the person who was taking care of these kids is the one who came up with that name. So as much as tunakujanga, we are educating adolescents and young people about mental health, we also find ourselves like having to educate grown-ups on matters concerning mental health. And what I love about this is that we are all in a learning space. Vile Griffin alisema, mimi mwenyewe I'm not where I am. I'm not where I was like some 2 years ago. You see, I've evolved, I've learned, and I'm still learning. So it's actually a collective journey that we are working with. Be it myself, be it people in the community, because there is no way I'm going to come and tell, and nitakami kuje nianze kuambia an adolescent about kutokunywa pombe, I'm doing certain things, yet behind the scenes, I'm also doing those kinds of things. Unaget? Like, you cannot be preaching water and drinking wine. So it's actually a collective journey. We are working in it together. Something I love so much about Mind Schools. So unakuja session, utakuwa unaingia hivi kwa gate, si ndio? Then hao watu wanakuona unakam. They're coming and running to you. Hadi saa zingine wewe mwenyewe ukiwa na stress zako aki zinapoteanga. Unaget?
Watu wanaweza saa zingine.